Hello. So we're back again today, and I'm just talking to you about rounding. That's what we went over today. The standard, what your kids need to know is they have to be able to round whole numbers to a given place value through the hundred thousands place. That means they could round anywhere from the tens to the hundred thousands place. We came up with a little song to help us. Now, I got this song from a website called Better Lesson. And I kind of modified her version, but it goes to the tune of the Ant School Marching. So the song goes like this. Rounding is finding a number that's close, that's close. Rounding is finding a number that's close, that's close. Circle the number you're rounding to. Underline the neighbor to, and look to see if the neighbor's 5 or more. You may hear my daughter every once in a while. She woke up crying, and her daddy's off at work, and so so I'm holding her while trying to do the video. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few problems in the homework. So number 1 is 160,656, and it wants you to round to the 100,000. So circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. Well, 6 is more than 5, and so this one will become a 2, and everything after it will turn to zeros. Okay. When we learned about rounding today, we did look at a number line with some benchmark numbers and midpoints and talked about where would be closest to explain this 5 or more part of rounding. Alright, let's look at another one. So I have 117,821. So it wants us to round to the hundreds place. So circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. Well, this one isn't 5 or more, so our digit stays the same. So everything in front stays the same, the digit stays the same, and everything after that turns to zeros. Right? Alright, let's do another one. So this is number 6 on the homework. This is 900,985. And they want you to round to the nearest 10. So circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. Well, it is. So my 8 is going to become a 9. So everything in front stays the same. The 8 becomes a 9. And then everything after it becomes a 0. Alright, let's look at one with a little bit larger number. Now this is 39,258,365. But remember, students only have to round to the nearest 100,000. That's the highest we'll go. In this one, they want us to round to the thousands place, the nearest thousand. So circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. Well, 3 isn't 5 or more, so 8, the digit, will stay the same. Everything in front stays the same. The digit we're rounding to stays the same, and everything after it turns to 0. Alright, I pulled a few word problems, just some problems that are very similar to the ones that will be on the test. For example, this one, 31. A forest ranger correctly rounded the number of visitors to a park one summer to be 120,000 visitors. Which of the following could have been the actual number of visitors to the park? So on the test, it's going to give them a rounded number, and then it's going to give them some possibilities, and they have to decide which one of these could round to the number that they were given. So if I look here, I can notice all these zeros, and so I think I'm rounding to the 10,000s place. So I'm going to go through my answer choices and round each one to the 10,000s place. So circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. Well, 3 isn't 5 or more, so I know my digit has to stay the same. So I have 120,000. Well, look, that is it right there. But let's keep going just to be sure. Circle the digit you're rounding to, underline the neighbor to, and look to see if it's 5 or more. 6 is 5 more. So I need to change this 2 to a 3. So this is going to be 130,000. Well, we know that's not right, so I can cross that answer choice out. If I look at C, circle the digit I'm rounding to, underline the neighbor to. 8 is more than 5, so I'm also rounding this to 130,000. So that's not right. And then D, I automatically know that's not right because this number's already rounded and it's more, so I don't have to do that one. So this is something that they have to do, but given like kind of backwards work. So like they're given the rounded number and they have to find which number would round to that one. So the correct answer would be A. We're going to continue working on rounding tomorrow in the next day when we're talking about estimating to solve addition and subtraction problems. Alright, that's all for tonight. Have a lovely evening. Catherine, can you say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.